Hey guys, let me show you my expanding file folder that I've made. How super cute is this? So I made this on video and it's chock full of cute little inserts for holding your photos, or you can put a little journal to go in here or anything you like. I made a video on how to make this and the video, well, somehow it corrupted, so I'm going to do it again today. So in this video I'm just going to show you how to make the expanding file folder. So let's just open it up so you can see what we're making. I think it's gorgeous. So it opens up and it's got all these little tabs along here, and then it opens out like that, and whoops. And mine is full of all the little inserts, and I've already done the video on how to make the inserts, so you will see those. They're just super cute little ways of storing photos, or you know, you could make journals and a little journal to go in here, and little tags and ephemera or anything that you like. So I won't go through all of that now, but let's make this expanding file folder today, shall we? So I'm using a set of SVG files. SVG files are scalable vector graphic files that you can use with electronic cutting machines. I have a Cricut, but you can use it on other electronic cutting machines as well. And this is the set of SVG files which you can find in my Etsy store if you're interested, and I'll put the link below. I just make these little books up so I can show you which pieces to cut out. So the pieces in blue are the pieces that I've cut out of cardstock, and then the pink pieces are the mats to go on top of everything. So in this little set you get, I think there's six files. So the first three are to make the expanding file folder itself. So that's what we're going to use today, the first three. And then the last three are just little inserts to put in there if you're keen to do that. This little printout here of the screenshots also comes as a part of the set of SVG files, so you can make your own little booklet up if you want to, but because there's only 6 files you might not need to. Anyway, let's just get on with it. I've cut out all my little bits and pieces, so let's get them out. I'm going to use buttons for my closures today. We'll see how that goes. So I've cut this out of cardstock. It's Recollections cardstock, which is 176 GSM. So it's not overly heavy. I think that's 65 pounds. So I have cut out, this is for my cover, I have cut out one of the A1 back covers, so that's this guy here, and my Cricut has done the scoring for me as well as the cutting, and I've just inked around that with some distress ink. And then I have also cut out the front cover for that, this B1 piece here, which I've also inked, and I've done it on both sides. Then I've cut out some mats for that as well, so I've cut out 2 of these little flips. The top flips, I've cut out 2 of those, one for the front and one for inside. So this is just some ledger paper that I made up and coffee stained. I thought it would look nice, and it's just on copy paper. And then I've cut out 2 of the bottom mats here, so that's these 2, and I think I've done both of those, yeah, out of ledger paper. So I've got 2 of those, excuse me. And then I have cut out one of these middle mats here, which is this guy here. So that's going to be for the front of my expanding file folder. I have cut out 2 of these little tiny tabs along here, the little triangular edged shaped ones. I've got 2 of those, and they're also over the ledger paper. So I have also given you mats for this center section here, but I'm not going to do that today, but I provide the mats, so if you want to do that you can. So let's put the cover together, which is pretty simple. All we need to do is attach the front to the back with this tag. So let's do that. I'm using my usual glue today, which is Tiger Grip glue by Helma, yeah. which is readily available in Australia. I just buy it from Spotlight. It's a pretty good construction glue. Okay, so let's move some stuff away, shall we? I'm just going to put some glue on this tab, and I'm going to put the tab on the inside, I think. Oh, come on, glue, wake up. Oh, can you tell that I haven't used it yet today? Ooh. Okay, we're flowing now. Okay, so then I'm just going to attach this tab here to this bottom section. I'm trying to fold it over so I can line it up like that, like so. And just wipe up my gluey mess. Okay, I'm going to just give this a burnish so it holds on nice and tight. And that's the construction of the front cover. Okay, we're done. See ya. Just kidding. I'm just going to fold up like this, and I'm going to put my mats on it now so that I can put my little closure on there and then hide it underneath. So let's start with this guy here. What did I do? Oh, they're over here. So I'm going to put this mat on here. And for my mats, I like to use this other sort of craft glue. That's acetone based, so it's sticky, but it doesn't make the paper warp, and it doesn't want to come out either. I'm having one of those kind of mornings. What can I stick in there? Have I got anything? I've got lots of stuff sitting here. What can I put in it? Okay, let's give that a go. You want to work with me here now, Chloe? It really doesn't want to. Must be cold this morning. There we go. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to pop this on here. Line it up. Press it down. Okay, while I'm at it, I might as well put this one on the back here. This one looks good. So I'm just using this copy paper that I coffee stained. First of all, I made up a sort of the look of some ledger paper on my computer, which is pretty easy to do because it's just lots of lines, and then I coffee stained it. And I might put something on here afterwards, but right now I'm just going to go with this. Okay, so that's my outside. This is my inside, so we can put one on the inside. Come on, glue. It's really stiff too. I'm really having to squeeze my bottle this morning. I'll just leave it sitting like that. It'll probably drop glue everywhere, but at least we won't be waiting forever for it to come out. Oh yeah, this is the inside. I'm not really too bothered which way up it goes. That'll be fine. Okay. And then I'll just flip this guy over. I'm going to put this mat on here. I wonder which way up it should go. I feel like it should go that way. It's probably the opposite to how I put it on the flap, but never mind. Whoop. Okay, I might just flip it out like so, and put that one on there. Okay, push it down a little bit. Okay, so that is that part. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to use these little, what do I do with them? I had these little buttons here. These were in my grandmother's button stash and I thought they went quite nicely, so I was going to put one here and one here, much like what I've done here. So and they have the little, let me cut these apart. She's handily put them all together, but now I can't put them. There we go. It's got this little bit on here, the little post, but I'm going to keep it because it'll be good for wrapping around my seam binding. So I'm just going to find the center along here. So where's my ruler? So that I can get my button in the middle. So I'm just looking for my center point, which would be it would be about 8.1, I can't see at all, 8.5. Let's just call it about 8.75 and see how that looks. I can't really see too well. How's that? That looks pretty good. I can live with that. And then I'll find the same kind of mark down here. Pop that there. Oh, I think it might not be perfectly centered, but at least they'll both be in line. Okay, so this guy, I think I'll put him about there, and this one here seems pretty good there too. So I need to find an awl, make a hole. So the reason I'm doing this now is so that when I poke through here and set my little button, then I can put the mat on here and cover up all that stuff. So let's do it. I'm just going to put a little hole through there. And while I'm at it, I'll do this one. Right. Okay, so to attach my little button, I'm just going to use a little bit of this silver wire. You won't really see it, but it will be a bit stronger than anything else. So I'll just use my scissors for cutting the wire, which I probably shouldn't do. And I'll just thread my wire through here. So I'm sort of making it into my own little brad, really. So these are going to be my legs. Okay, so then I'm going to poke my legs through here. I'll poke my legs through here. Might need to make the hole a little bit bigger. And I want to squash this up. Let me just grab, I think I have some pliers might do the job. Just want to squash this up so it's kind of closer together, like so. Glue all over my fingers. Okay, through the hole. And then I'm probably going to need to trim a bit of this wire off. And then I will just, come on, give them a bit of a twist and flatten them out like so. Make sure that's flat. And I like that. I think it's super cute. These would be vintage. They were my grandmother's, and my grandmother's been gone now for a long time. And I've had these sitting in, I inherited the button stash, the big tin of my grandmother's buttons, and you know, the generation of that she came from, you saved everything. So you know, old buttons got put in a tin and could be reused. She also knitted and sewed and did the most amazing hand embroidery that we just don't do anymore. And I've got lots of it, but I'm too scared to use it. Why is that? Okay, I'm just going to do the same with this one, make sure it's sitting pretty flat. Right, so then I'm going to put a bit of masking tape on them for a little bit of extra hold. I've got this bit of masking tape here. It's just cheap stuff from the hardware store. If you're here in Australia, it's good old Bunnings. So that should help hold that, and also on the inside here I'm not going to mat this side, so it will definitely stop anything from getting caught on there. And on this one, just a little bit of extra. Oh, you know what? Whew, saved by the bell. I didn't put the seam binding. Oh, I'll just tie it around and knot it up. She'll be right. Okay, I'm just going to stick that on there and press it down. Okay, so now I can just put my mat on there, and then the cover is done. Gluey mess, gluey mess. It's all over my fingers. I managed to get it all over my fingers, yet it won't come out of the bottle, so I don't know how that works. Okay, here we go. I feel a bit croaky this morning. Probably need more coffee. Okay, I'm going to pop that one on here. Oh, the glue off my fingers. Line it up. And attach that. Oops, it just slid right off the side. Oh dear. Okay, good. So then the only other thing I've got to put on here are the two little guys. These two little guys here. So let's put those on. So these two tabs are going to fold inside and then attach down like that. So I'm actually going to put the mats on this what appears to be the inside, because we're folding them backwards, you will actually see this bit. So I thought I will just put some glue on here, put some mats on here. Come on, why are you being so difficult this morning? Oop. Okay, so I'm going to pop that one on there. And I really need this guy here to just wipe up my gluey mess. And then I'm going to put this one on, and that will do. Oop. Okay, pop that one on there. And that's all I need to do for the cover for the moment. So what I think I'm going to do is sew around it. Oh, so this, you don't need to do this at all, but I'm going to because I quite like the look of it. But I'm going to sew all the way around the edge, all the way around this edge. And then I'm just been stitching across the bottom of each of the mats as well. So that's what I did with this one. So I don't know if you can see, but I've stitched all the way around it, but then I've also stitched along the bottom of each of the mats just to give it that finish. Now you don't need to do that at all, but I like it, so I'm going to. But so then once I've stitched around it, we can move on to the next part. So, but I will do that later. I want to show you what we need to do next because it's pretty simple. So these are the actual dividers inside, the bits with the little tabs on. I've cut out 6 of these guys here, the C1 ones, and they are the ones with the tabs right on the edge. And then I've cut out 6 of the C2 ones, and that's with the tab just on the inside a little bit. Okay, and then I have cut enough mats, these center mats. I've cut 12, so that's enough for the front section of each one. I'm not matting it on both sides because I'm lazy, I'll admit it. So I've just already cut those out, and I've done it out of ledger paper as well. Okay, so I've got those. Then I've also cut again these little side mats for each one, and so I've got a little collection of those here. And then I have cut a mat for the top of each one of these as well, so I have 12 of those here as well. And that's all we need. So let's move some stuff aside, right? And all we need to do is take both of these guys and glue them together. So that glue out. I'm going to start with this one with the tab on the edge. I'm just going to fold in my bottom tab, make sure it's nicely burnished. I'm going to take this one with the tab just a little bit in, and if we pop them down on top of each other, you'll see that they line up really nicely. So I'm just going to take this, put some glue on this tab, and try. Come on, glues. That's what happens when you get uptight with the glue. So I'm just lining that up on top. And take them and give them a little bang down, make sure that they're both sitting flat and everything's lined up. And give it a little burnish. No doubt there's a pile of glue under here that I need to clean up. Okay, so that's our first two done. So then I'm going to take one of these ones again with the tab just a little bit in, and I'm going to turn it over. And when I do that, it will line up along here with the next one. So then I'm going to put some glue on this tab again and lay all of these guys down together like so. Wipe my glue in this. Right, and then I'm going to take another one of these, which I didn't ink on that side. That's interesting. Maybe I'll use one that I've inked. And I'm flipping this one from this side to this side. And I'm just going to put that one on the bottom and take our pile of 3, put some glue along here, and line them up like so. What do I do with mine? Clean up my glue. There we go. So now we have a set of 4 that look like this, and with the tab at the back. Right, so why do I feel like I haven't lined that up very well? One of those is not like the others. I think it's the back one. See what I've done there? It's wobbled. It wasn't me, it was it. Anyway, it'll be fine. Let's put that to the side. I'm going to do that again. We'll end up with 3 sets of 4. And I just find it a bit easier to deal with it by doing it in 3 groups. So I'll just attach this one to this one. Let's hope I do a better job. Okay, so I have now got my 3 groups of 4 dividers that are glued together, and all that remains is to stack them all together again. So I'm just going to put some glue on this tab here. And once again, I'm just going to layer them up. And then that is our dividers done. Make sure they're kind of lined up. I have done not the greatest job of this, I have to say. It's not that hard, but it is early in the morning. That's my excuse. Okay. And then this one on top here. I'm bring it down. Make sure they're pretty well lined up. Get rid of that glue. And then I'll just go through to where I have, whoopsie, just can't be trusted with the old glue. Okay, look. You either have too much glue or not enough, Katie. There's no happy medium. This is why I do love that we put mats on it. Okay. So then all we need to do, now we have all 12 of our dividers all together, and I've done, see look, I've done a terrible job of lining those up. What I was thinking, but I'll live with it. So now all we need to do is mat them. So obviously these little guys go on the top of each one like so, and so let's just glue one on. Let's just do it. And just lift that up, pop that down. I'm happy with it. Don't know if I'm happy with anything much this morning. Okay, and then these guys here go in the center. Now the best way to work out where the center is just to have a look at, on this top one I don't have a tab, so I can't really tell, but I'm just gonna, I think, you know, ballpark is going to be down here, and I'm going to bring my mat down as far as I can and attach that. But for all the other ones you can see the tab, so all you need to do is just line it up on sort of in the middle of that tab, and I'll bring it as far down as I could, and that's where that goes. So let's just put that one on here. Like so. Just like that. Okay, and then so we can so this one, the one I'm going to put on here, I'm just going to work out according to where my tabs are, so I can see where the tabs are if I look at it that way. So all I need to do is just line it up along there like so, but I won't do that now. And then we have these guys here. So these ones we're going to do the same as what we did with the cover. I'm actually going to flip it over and we're going to put them on the back along here like this. So let's just do one set, and then I'm going to go off and I will finish matting all of this off camera, because there's 12 of them and you don't want to watch me do that. And I'm also going to sew around my cover that I just made. So I'm going to put one on here and then one on here as well. And I'm going to do that for all 12 of my little dividers. Okay, so it's important to remember that these are, I'm putting these on the back. Whoops. I'm putting them on the back. So on the front, I'm putting this mat, and on the back, I'm putting these two. And I'm going to do that all the way through. So I'll go ahead and do that all the way through here. I'm also going to sew around my cover, which of course is optional. You don't need to do it. And then when I've done all that, I'll come back and we'll put it together. So I'll see you guys again in a minute. Okay guys, so I'm back and I have finished putting my mats on this guy here. So I have this center mat on the front and the little tab divider tabs mats on there, and then on the back of each one I have put those two little bits here, and they're all stacked up, and I have sewn around my cover, and I'm pretty happy with that. So now we just have to put it all together, which is really easy. So for each of these dividers, all I need to do, let me just put that to the side, is just flip it over. I'm going to push or fold this bit in at the second score line there, and put some glue on my tab and on this one, and then just flip it over and press it down. Make sure it's well adhered. I probably have got glue in there everywhere. I'll go back at the end and fix that up. Better not actually, because I can see that I've got some just at the top section here. Okay, so then I just need to keep doing this all the way through to make my my expanding part. Oh, I lost my words. And then the next one, whoops. Excuse me. Sorry. That one. I just had a cough. I'll try and edit it out. You never know though. I think I'm going to cough again. Okay, well you never know when you're going to cough or sneeze, so it's a bit tricky, but hopefully I've managed to edit that out. So I'm just doing this all the way through. Doesn't take but a minute. Next one. I love this for how quick and simple it is, and I just think it's so cute, especially when it's all jam-packed full of stuff. So for the second video where I've made the inserts, you'll see this one. I'm not going to make the inserts all over again for this one, so you'll see the inserts in there. But for this one, I'm thinking I might do it a little more junk journal style, so I think I might put a little journal in here and some tags and some little bits of ephemera. That'll be fun. Something a bit different. I find that I play more with my art supplies when I'm doing something sort of junk journal-y. So I'm looking forward to having a bit of a play with my stamps and maybe some sprays. We'll see how I go. And I'll put this one over. Nearly done. Bit of glue on there. Close it up. Next one. And this one. Probably don't want that glue along there. Squish it over there. Okay, flip over. And this one. This is a bit repetitive, but it doesn't take very long, so I figured I would just plow through it with you. Might flip over this way now. Getting towards the back. This one. And close it up. Excuse me. Okay. I got a few gluey bits that I should give a quick clean off too. Let's have a look. How did I go on the glue on this side? Not too bad. I don't want to pull it out all the way just yet. I would like to wait for the glue to dry a bit more. Okay, so let's just give it a good squeeze along those tabs. I can feel where they are. Okay, so this bit now just needs to go in here. So I will fold these ones up at the back, and I think I'll put my back tab onto those. So I'll put some glue on this tab here and this tab here, and then squeeze that one down, and then some glue along this one. Okay, and I'll bring out my cover, and I'm going to line this up along the bottom fold here as best I can. So there's that score line just there. So I'll just line it up, and the cover should be fractionally minutely larger than the dividing pieces. And I might even just stand it up like this. Make sure it's lined up, and then give it a good press. And it should be attached to the back of our cover, and then the front is going to be the same way as we did the dividers themselves. So I'll just put a bit of glue on this tab and this tab, and I'm just going to line this up. Well, what I might do is stand it up and line this up so that the bottom's flat-ish. I'm just lining up so you can see the top tabs poking out, and my tabs are a bit skewy, so it's not perfect, but you'll do a better job when you're not doing it on camera. Okay, so let's give that a good press, and we should be all attached. I still don't want to drag it open all the way just at the minute, so let's just put a little bit of seam binding on here, and then we're pretty much done. So I've got this seam binding. I thought it matched quite nicely. So because I've got that post, I'm just going to tie it around there, I think. How should I do this? Might leave a little bit floating free. Oops. Just tie it like so. Good thing about seam binding is that it's not very bulky, and it's so pretty. Okay, tie that there like that, and then I want to wrap it around a couple of times and then trim it off. And I might give it a bit of a scrunchy effect, so I'm just going to put spray a little bit of water on here. I mean, I should have done this beforehand, but you know, we'll just do it backwards. And then I'll just rub it in between my hands, get it to scrunch, give it a squeeze, and our expanding file folder is done. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, I think it's so cute. So we'll just wrap this around here a couple of times. And there we are. And of course it expands and get big and chunky like this one when it's full of bits and pieces. Okay, so let's just open it up now. Hopefully we are pretty stuck for glue. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. Isn't that sensational? And it's got heaps of room in it, as you can see. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. And how does that look at the back? So I need to do something on that back section for sure. But I won't go through all of that bother now. I will hopefully finish this off and fill it up, and I can perhaps come back and show you what this looks like. But that is how you make the expanding file folder. So as I say, in the next video I will be working on the inserts for this one, and you'll never see this one again. But as you can see, it's exactly the same thing, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in the SVG files, it looks like this, and they're available in my Etsy store. And so pop over and have a look. It's a really easy, quick, simple, fun project. And so thanks very much for your time today, guys. I hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks. Bye.